and welcome back to the Orlando Adventures podcast. I'm your host, Russ, and this week is a very special midweek episode as I am joined by two guests. This is the Free Caballeros one, and I am joined for the very first time by some wonderful guests on a midweek episode. And we've never had a guest on a midweek episode. And we have none other than Jade from Time for Jade and Leigh from A Brit Travels. So welcome back to the podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having us. It's
Hello.
Hey, it's my pleasure, honestly. And sorry for the massive long intro, because this is the first ever time that I've had guests on a Wednesday episode. So it's a special occasion, and the plan was to do this as like a bit of a Thanksgiving episode, wasn't it? So we can, hopefully have a bit of fun with friends that we've all made friends with each other in this community, and hopefully have a really unique episode. So for anyone who might not know who Jade is, who is Jade? What is Time for Jade? I'm just gonna put you on the spot. Go for it.
Jade is a lady who runs an Instagram page full of Disney and theme park content. I don't have a YouTube channel, much to everyone's disgust.
Absolutely.
I'm working on it.
it.
Yeah, it might be a thing in the future, but just Instagram content, live streams, that sort of thing at the moment.
Yeah, cool. And can I say, and I always say this, like, this is my favorite saying, I think, that Jade is an absolute pillar of this community. Because she's what a legend, and like so positive, and just brings like the best vibes to this kind of community with your Instagram, your support for other people, your stories and your mini vlogs when you were in Orlando earlier this year were amazing.
Oh yeah,
So,
good vibes only.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, good man. And to introduce yourself as well, Leigh. Obviously, my listeners are fairly used to hearing your voice at this point.
Yeah, I mean, not to bore people with my voice for like the second time this week, right? But thanks for having me back again. Hopefully everybody, if you're listening to the Beyond episodes, enjoyed the Universal Studios Beijing episode. So I'm Leigh. I run an Instagram, YouTube. I met these guys on Instagram, so I'm very thankful to be recording this with them. Yeah, and I just kind of travel. Orlando is quite a big feature on the Instagram and the YouTube, but we do travel kind of all over the world, visiting theme parks, days out and things like that. So that's how I'm here, because Orlando is very much a staple of my life, as is Disney and Universal. So yeah. I think it's for all of us, right? So very thankful to be here.
And to kind of reiterate a bit what I've said to Jade, like, Leigh, in terms of like your page and the content you put out, it is top tier. And like, you go literally, your channel is A Brit Travels. You're that Brit guy who travels around.
Yeah,
you are literally the guy who goes everywhere. So like, I'm gonna
run out of places to go at some point.
Yeah,
I've done all the Disney ones at this point. You've nearly done all the Universal ones. So
yeah, and like I honestly, I'm so appreciative of the content you put out, in terms of like, you go to so many different places and you put out such informative but entertaining content. So like, full props to you. So anyone who hasn't checked out your YouTube, absolutely go and do it, because it is a fantastic channel.
Yeah, appreciate that.
That's all right. That's the niceties out of the way. So now we're gonna make.
Now he's gonna be rude to us.
now we're gonna make the episode really, really awkward and difficult. So this episode, we basically decided between the three of us that we're gonna do kind of a top tier list. We're gonna create our ideal hybrid park between the three of us. So there's loads of different categories, and we're basically gonna pick our number one. We're all gonna pick our number one. If two people pick the same one, that goes in our park straight in. But if we all pick different ones, we're going to have to dispute it until we come up with one answer. Sound like a plan?
Sounds fair.
This could be like Gladiator or something.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s, fighting it out. If we don't...
This could either be really exciting or really boring. And we've got no idea because none of us know what each other's answers are. So I suppose to kick it off, like I went with your favorite roller coaster, or what roller coaster. If we were to make this hybrid park, what roller coaster are you going for? Jade, do you wanna kick us off?
Sure, I've gone for Hagrid's. It's my
Okay.
roller coaster in Orlando.
Yeah, great shout. I love it. Leigh, where you going?
I've gone for Velocicoaster.
Okay, and I inevitably have gone for Velocicoaster as well.
Oh, I knew it.
Yeah. And I like, it's difficult because I say this a lot, but Hagrid's is right up there. It's so close. And like in terms of how good the ride is, it's like fractions behind Velocicoaster. It's a stunning ride, but
I think that they're just two really different experiences, aren't they? Like,
yeah,
you'd be happy to take your grandmother on Hagrid's, but you imagine taking her on Velocicoaster.
what an example.
But it's true because I've taken the mother-in-law on Hagrid's and she looked petrified, but she enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Whereas Velocicoaster, she looked at it, it was like, nah,
Yeah.
nah. And that's a roller, you know, like
Yeah.
that's a proper roller coaster.
Yeah.
Can I just say though, in my defence, I haven't been on Velocicoaster yet. I really want to, but I haven't been back to Universal. So I think I'm with you on that. I can't argue that. That's a valid roller coaster to go in the park. So I'm happy with that.
Fair shout. Cool. First one was probably the easiest, you know, in my opinion. So Velocicoaster's in. On to indoor coaster. So, you know, there's a few different options for this one. Leigh, do you want to kick us off on this one?
Yeah, I think this will be a lot of people's. I've gone with Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind over at Epcot because it just fits that coaster. The music's just great, you know.
Yeah, special ride.
Very
Jade.
I've gone for Tron. Being the Tron stan that I am, yes.
Yeah.
I've gone for Tron, yeah.
You will stand on your Tron hill forever and back it. And
but only for 47 seconds because that's all the ride is.
Briefly. Yeah, to be fair, like, you know, I think anyone knows where I'm probably going on this one as well.
Oh yeah.
It's sadly it's not Tron. I do apologise, but I'm going Guardians as well. Leigh, we need to stop picking the same ones.
We do. We've got to make this a little bit more entertaining.
With two in, yeah.
But it's a good, it is a good roller coaster, and I think a lot of people they turn around and say that is Disney's best roller coaster. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. And it's arguably one of, you know, it's one of the best coasters and the best rides in Orlando.
Yeah.
And it's one of the best experiences as well. And Jade, you haven't been on it?
No, I haven't. No.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Fair. So again, like it would be difficult to pick something you hadn't been on. And, you know,
although I almost went there because I just thought everyone would love it, but then I was like, oh no. It would have been me if I didn't say Tron. So you know, I've got to go with. You've
got to go. You got to go with your gut, and that's going to be the best way to do these ones. It really is. Next one we went for is indoor screen-based ride or simulator. I feel like they kind of fall into the same category. Jade, where are you going? Where are you going with indoor kind of simulator?
I am going with Spider-Man purely because of nostalgia reasons. And I went on it all the time as a kid. So
yeah,
Spider-Man. Yeah.
Good shout. I like it. Big fan. Go on, Leigh.
I really like Jade's choice, and I'm debating mine now, but I've gone for Flight of Passage.
Okay. This is interesting. We're gonna have our first split here.
Oh.
Yeah, because I've gone Rise. I mean, because I didn't think this was even a question. But I totally feel both your answers.
Well, I would have said Rise was a dark ride, but it's got a lot of screens, hasn't it? It's got a lot of screens. It's a good simulator, so it works. Oh.
But yeah, I mean,
you've thrown a real spanner in the works.
I know.
You both have, but I'm jealous of both your answers.
Yeah, but also I love Spider-Man as well. I love Spider-Man, and I bashed it not purposely, a couple of weeks ago by basically saying that I thought it was the most overrated ride in IOA, which which felt a bit harsh, but I don't know. I love Spider-Man. Maybe it is. But then again,
No.
Rise is so unique. I'm like,
Yeah.
just to back Rise a little bit, like I don't think anything comes close to it. Whereas like just to argue a little bit, my corner, I love Spider-Man, but at the same time, I could go next door to Spider-Man and go to Transformers,
Yeah.
and go on something that feels similar. And I'm not going to say it's as good because then everyone really will come for me. But that would be my argument on that. Flight of Passage. I don't know.
Nobody's
I'm not-
fighting my corner, and apparently I'm not even going to fight my own corner on this one because
Oh,
Spider-Man or Rise. Like,
Yeah. Go on, Jade.
Go on.
I was actually going to say I'd pick Flight of Passage out of both of those options, only because I really love Pandora as a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Just
like
out.
for me personally, like Galaxy's Edge is just too busy all the time.
Mm-hmm. I feel you.
And I mean my profile picture, so I have to back Pandora.
Yeah. So I mean, realistically, are we going Flight of Passage? Jade's backing your one, Leigh, but are you changing your one?
I mean, I love if
Jade's backing you up.
Yeah, but I really do like Rise. I really do like Rise. I'm sorry, Jade. I'm sorry, but
Jade's just come to back you up, and you just jump the ship.
get away.
You're like, Jade, this is mine and Russ's park, not yours.
Oh, you don't realise that this is a Brit travels to Orlando Adventures theme park.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, all right then, cool. Well, indoor we're going for Rise. It's in there. Wow, that was quite the turn of events. We're going to follow that with Shooter Ride. So again, there's quite a few, and I reckon this one will be interesting because there's a few which kind of like are high on people's likes, I would have said. So who's going first? Leigh going first on this one?
Yeah, okay. One of my favorite rides in the entire world. Yeah, it's a big one. Men in Black, Alien Attack.
Oh.
I love that ride, and I genuinely ride it 4 times in a row every time I go to studios. To the point where they actually made me pay to take my stuff out of the locker last time because I'd spent so long on the ride.
Nice.
So,
that's when you've been on it for a while.
I came in for that like 999 rank.
Yeah.
I've got Galaxy Defender a couple of times. You can do a tour of the ride and everything, which is great. So yeah, Men in Black, Alien Attack. It's just such a unique ride.
Good shout. Where's Jade going?
I'm actually going Midway Mania.
Nice. It's a shout.
It's so fun.
Yeah. Like just absolutely like a laugh. And like totally just always funny. It's a good shout, and both are like so different as well. So different in terms of like in my feel the kind of vibes of them. And I feel so bad because I've gone Men in Black as well. I'm so sorry.
You couldn't even lie to me, could you? Like, not
I
even for a
just couldn't. I
second.
thought about it when you said it, and I was like, "Oh no!" And I thought, "No, I'm not. I'll stay true to myself, and I'll stick to what I've written down." Yeah, Men in Black. Something about it. It's stood the test of time, and it's mad because, in my opinion, it looks quite old. It looks a bit dated, but I'd still go on it every single time, and it wouldn't really bother me.
I think one of the cool things is you get a different kind of vibe to it dependent on what rank you get as well. So if you get Galaxy Defender, you do get to see the black suit and you get Will Smith giving you his spiel.
Yeah.
So it changes depending on who you're with and how you ride and stuff. And if you get on there with somebody who is a Galaxy Defender in the other car, you're not stopping spinning. So it's a crazy ride, that, you know. And I think having all of those unique elements, but
yeah. Midway Mania has just got like shoved to the side. I feel so sorry for Jade right now. I need to pick a category that I know that we're going to match on, I think.
Jade's left
Just-
the chat. She's
I'm,
gone.
I'm just having a little look and just trying to think of ones which I know that me and Jade might have matched on, but I'm not sure there are many.
I
Right.
think the
Okay.
next category will get her choice
What-
through the gate.
So next category is dark ride. Jade, come on. We're gonna match on this one, surely. What have you gone for?
Leigh, would you like to answer? Because you know my answer anyway.
Jade has gone for the Haunted Mansion because it is her
Okay.
favourite ride.
Yeah, nice. It's right up there for you, above anything else. Best ride, Haunted Mansion, without question.
Well, outside of
Mhm.
Tron, right? Like Tron and Haunted Mansion, like
They're both up there, yeah.
Yeah, good shout. Leigh, what way have you gone?
yeah, I've also gone Haunted Mansion. I could sit on that ride. I could sit on it for hours.
We've got a clean sweep. We've
Ah!
got all three of us.
Woo!
Hey, cool. Haunted
It's the
Mansion.
first- the
Yeah.
first for everything.
The first one. Maybe from here on out, we're aligned now. Me and Leigh have been aligned, and now Jade's come on board. Yeah, cool. Haunted Mansion, absolute shout, like an absolute staple. To be fair, like I haven't done the other Haunted Mansions or Phantom Manors and all that kind of stuff around the world. Is there a case, and Leigh will know this probably better than I, is there a case that things like Phantom Manor elsewhere are arguably better experiences or more immersive experiences?
I mean, I think personally that Haunted Mansion in Magic Kingdom is the best version, like around the world.
Yes.
Right, because like I've not done so in Tokyo recently. That was Haunted Mansion Holiday Takeover with Nightmare Before Christmas, but it was missing like the staircase scene. that
Yeah.
Haunted Mansion got, and I think that's a recent update. It wasn't there until like 8 years ago or something in Magic Kingdom. So it's missing a few things. We got the Hatbox Ghost now in Magic Kingdom as well, which is cool. It's in a bad place, but whatever, it's there. The only thing that's bad about it is the facade. I prefer the facade over in California because it looks like the whole New Orleans manor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
yeah.
it's the best ride all around, I think,
Is
around
Magic.
the world. You know, Phantom Manor's a bit scarier, but
Yeah. Is there anything that you change about it, Jade? Keep it as it is, or
About Haunted Mansion.
yeah? I literally, I feel like I've just offended you by saying, but there's nothing I'd change at all. Like it's perfect.
I'm like, excuse me. What do you mean? No, I agree with Leigh. I think New Orleans facade is awesome. And also I really like the saloon scene in Phantom Manor.
Yeah.
Like, so I'd probably put that in as well.
Yeah.
I think Orlando, because I've only seen videos really, because I've been on Phantom Manor and Haunted Mansion, and
Yeah.
I think that Haunted Mansion in Disney World still looks better in my opinion, but
Yeah.
could be wrong.
Cool. Well, it's in our park, so that's all good. I've got next category as water ride. I've got this. I've written water ride wet. I've tried to categorize because we basically got wet water ride and then we've got boat ride.
Yeah.
So I've tried to categorize this one as one that you get significantly. Soaked.
Yeah, that's the kind
Is
of
that
vibe
fair?
that's what I went for as well.
Yeah.
So the
Is that
boat
kind of what
ride
you've
is like
gone as well?
Yeah, the boat ride is like the slow move in, chill,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
So basically anything at Disney for boat ride, nothing at Universal because they don't do them. Am I right?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, you're wrong.
I
You're
don't
wrong.
want to commit to it and then be like,
No, Jurassic Park.
You get
Park is
drenched
right.
on Jurassic Park.
okay, right. To get into it then, first category being water ride wet or wet
Water ride wet.
Water ride wet. First up, go on, Leigh. Which way are you going on this one then?
Popeye and Bluto's bilge-wrapped barges.
And you get wet. Yeah.
You get drenched on that. Yeah. I've
Is
only
there
done
a wetter ride? I don't think there is.
No, I've only done it like 2 or 3 times because you get that wet. But every
Yeah.
time I've done it, I've loved it. And even when you're not on it, standing and watching other people get absolutely drenched is just entertainment enough.
Yeah.
It's arguably better than actually going on the ride, seeing
Yeah.
those people that wear the poncho on it, thinking it's actually going to do something.
Just nothing. Does
Nothing at all.
absolutely zero. That is, it's. I mean, yeah, and they tell you you're going to get wet. You're like, they
Yeah.
really do, and just like, it's in my opinion, I think it's one of the funniest rides. I just think, like you're saying, Leigh, but like being on it, but also watching the people opposite you and like people who've never been on it before and just like getting absolutely drenched. And to be honest with you, it's a bit of a day ender if you've not come prepared.
It is.
You are like out.
Well, just walking up to the ride is entertainment in its own right. Seeing all the people take their top off after and wring the top out, and it is a bucket of water coming out the t-shirt. That's fun to see. But yeah, but if we're talking wet ride, maybe I've categorized it as the ride you'll get the wettest. That's how I've gone.
Yeah, cool. So you gone Popeyes. Come on, Jade. What way have you gone on your one?
I'm actually going Popeyes as well.
Nice.
Because I want to ensure that my dad's coming to our theme park. So, and I know he will if I add that in.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's a big fan. Yeah. Good fun with the fam. I love it. It's yeah, like we just said, it's just, I mean, it's just a funny ride, isn't it? Is it a must ride for you every trip that you go to IOA, Jade?
I don't actually tend to go on it because, like you said, you get so wet, and I'd rather not, because I'd rather go on Jurassic Park personally.
Yeah.
But Dad goes on it every trip. Yeah, he's obsessed.
Yeah, good shout. I went River Adventure.
Ooh.
Okay.
Because to be fair, it's a hybrid of both, isn't it? But it's that final drop. Like I have been on it at times, and it depends totally where you're sat and like the weight of the boat and whatever else. But like I've been on it at times and just not got a drop of water on me.
Yeah.
And then other times I've like got a bit cocky and a bit like, oh, I'm not going to get wet this time. And it's been like, I don't know, I've gone just before having dinner and got soaked, and I'd be like, cool, well that way down just fine, didn't it?
I think it was, for me, it was after our discussion on Jurassic Park and it needing updating.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't go for it. But it's such a nostalgic ride, going on it and watching those gates open.
Yeah.
And it kind of like, I don't know, I'm getting emotional right now.
The ever-flowing river.
It brings tears. It brings tears, right? Like, you watch Jurassic Park as like a 10-year-old or something. Because I'm clearly watching horror films at 10 years old. and it's just that music when it hits. So
yeah. Honestly, is it mad? And this is one thing. Sorry, this is total tangent. Like, this is one thing about Orlando that we would hear the ever-flowing river, and we literally all kind of go to a place and we're like, yeah, I know it. Yeah, the feels. And to anyone else, they'd be like, I don't know what you're on about. But to us, it just means so much.
I think it's just such a. There's so many good quotes, isn't there? I think the next one I've gone for in the next category, I think everybody's going to know the quotes from that. So
cool, interesting. Next one is boat ride. Then, Jade, are you okay? Have you got Liam on your neck, shoulder?
Yeah. He's literally on my shoulder, yeah.
I think unless we cut that part out, we might want to say that Liam is a cat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, that would make sense.
Liam is a cat that is climbing over Jade. not somebody called Liam on top of her.
Maybe I'm just going to edit this so that it doesn't have any of that in it. It's just going to be really weird.
Yeah, I just wanted to say though about like the ever-flowing river thing. It's like, as a kid, even like now, still like the kid in me is like, wow!
He said the thing.
Yeah.
But it's like,
I mean, there's endless things like the link from Orlando. That, I mean, every time I see a travelator, like a moving walkway, I'm like, I'm in studios. I'm about to go to City Walk. Yeah. So it's a little bit sad. I'm not gonna lie, but we love it, and that's what it's all about.
It's not sad. It's not.
We're
sad.
a sad bunch.
Yeah,
I don't think we're sad.
Next one was boat ride. Then, so anything where you don't get soaked. In my kind of view of it, I can't remember who went first last time.
I went first last time, but you haven't gone first. So
do you want me to go for it?
I want you to go first. Yeah,
I'll kick it off with one which I know that neither of you are going to pick, because I've gone Frozen.
Ooh. Oh,
Okay,
wow.
that was a lie because I've also gone for Frozen.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. I promise you. Seriously, my husband is gonna know right now. Frozen is literally my favorite ride in Epcot. I absolutely love it. You know, I'm not a big fan of the movies, but the ride gives me all the feels.
Amazing. This is the best because I thought there's no world that Frozen gets in.
No, Frozen definitely gets in because I was going to pick Pirates of the Caribbean, but because it goes down so much, it's not high up on my list. Like if they changed that, I'd
Yeah.
be more on board. But Frozen is just, it gives me all the feels. I just love it.
Yeah. When I mean I like the films, which obviously gives me a bit of an extra kind of bit to it, but I don't know, when Elsa hits that note, I'm like, yeah, I'm a bit teary-eyed, I think. Oh, so good. What a shout. Cool. Well, that's where we're going, so we don't need to listen to Leigh's then.
Wow.
No, what way did you go, Leigh?
Well, I'm quite happy that you guys went that way because I'm going to have all of the food to myself whilst I'm living with the land.
Yeah.
So-
Wow.
Yeah.
I will truly be living with the land.
You will. Well, to be honest with you, I totally didn't
with
think you were going to go that
land.
way either.
That's one.
Leigh went for living with the land, but yes,
But
Jade.
Frozen gets it. Yeah.
Frozen gets it.
It's
Frozen
a good
is
ride.
in the
It's a
park.
good ride. I can't argue that.
I'm so happy about that. Okay, so next one. I've gone for wild card ride. So this is basically all categories, any ride that basically you haven't said already. All right. This is going to be an interesting one. Jade, what way did you go on this one?
I have gone for Everest because it's one of my favorite rides.
Yeah, good shout.
Yeah,
It's a nostalgic one as well, but it's a classic. It's a classic ride. It's a coaster. It's got different elements. I like it. Leigh, what way did you go?
Oh, nightmare fuel for you guys. I've gone Cat in the Hat.
Ah!
You said wild card. Don't give me that look.
I mean, wild card and just rubbish.
No, it's a great ride. I get that. I get that shit all the time when I say that I'm going on it. Everybody's like, "Oh, what an awful ride! What an awful ride!"
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love the ride. It doesn't go down. It's always open at Islands of Adventure. It's a cool indoor. It's a cool indoor dark ride. Dr. Zeus is what we all read back in school.
Yep.
You know, like Universal doesn't do dark rides, and they did a pretty good job of this one. I'm fighting my corner here. You know, I'm not
gonna stand on it. Cool.
I mean, it's probably going to be a Mike Tyson effort versus Jake Paul, but you know, I'll give it a shot at least.
Yeah. I mean, to make this really interesting, I have not gone for either Everest or Cat in the Hat, funny enough.
Well, you weren't going to go for Cat in the Hat, realistically.
There was only one way I was ever going to go with this one, and it's Doctor Doom.
Of course.
It has to be, didn't it?
You got to keep up the reputation.
Yeah, I mean, like, but genuinely, and this isn't just like a thing. I love this ride. I absolutely adore it. So for me, it as a wild card, and the problem is it is not the best ride in the world. So it wins no category. But if I can wild card it, because I made the categories, funnily enough, then I found my way of getting Doctor Doom in there.
Should we put all of them in?
No.
I
No,
don't
what?
want Cat in the Hat in our park. If I can.
Absolutely not.
I'm just gonna leave then. Wow.
I love how Leigh's just thinking like, how can I possibly somehow get Cat in the Hat in? We'll just appease everyone, and we're like, no.
Wait,
Well, I didn't want to sit here and argue with you for 10 hours about why Cat in the Hat
I
is
just
great.
realised we should have done an underrated category as well, because then Cat in the Hat could be considered. I wouldn't consider it. I'm just saying could.
Yeah, we can go for an underrated category as well if you want.
No, I can't use the same one twice.
No, and to be fair, neither of us are going to put Cat in the Hat away.
No.
Never, literally never.
Yeah, but I love it. I think it's such a shout. Okay, right. We've got Cat in the Hat. We've got Everest. We've got Doctor Doom. Does anyone want to come over to Doctor Doom, or is everyone pretty staying where they are?
Well, it's my choice. So
yeah.
No, wait. I'll come over to Doctor Doom because it's your podcast. So.
Oh, I mean that's too kind, but I'm going to take it straight away. I'm not even going to argue it. Yes, Doctor Doom is in the park. Love it. Thank you, Jade. And hopefully we can get Leigh on it because I know he really enjoyed his experience on it.
I did it once. I did it once because you told me to, and I didn't hate it.
Oh wait, is that the crying picture?
That's the
Yeah.
crying picture. Yeah.
Oh.
So in fairness, right? Like I thought it was very much like Detonator at Thorpe Park, where it just takes you up and then drops you down. But pleasantly surprised, it kind of shoots you up, drops you a little bit, shoots you. You know, so it was better than expected. But I'd sooner rather go on Tower of Terror if I'm going to do something. If I'm going to like subject myself to that,
Yeah,
I'd sooner rather go on Tower of Terror. But
Yeah.
views for days at the top of Doctor Doom, I cannot.
yeah. So good. So good. I keep saying it. Cool. From the wildcard category, we're going to go to nostalgic ride then. To be honest with you, I didn't really like say what the criteria was for nostalgic. Old? But how old are we classing as nostalgic?
I've gone for one that's no longer there.
Proper nostalgic.
Proper nostalgic. Yeah.
How old have you gone, Jade?
I've gone for something that's still there, but I feel like it's nostalgic to me.
Okay.
So
This will be
rather
this,
than
this should,
being,
yeah, it would just be interesting. Then
yeah.
I would have said in my opinion, I'd have said anything nostalgic is probably like 20 years plus. Thereabouts, something like that. It was old enough, isn't it? Leigh, what way have you gone?
I've gone for the Great Movie Ride.
Oh, that's such a shout.
It is a shout, actually.
So I only ever went on it once on my very first trip back in 2017. Like literally, I think it closed like 6 months later or something.
Yeah.
But it's one of the greatest memories I have from that trip. You know, like when you get those core memories from something, that is what I remember. I remember going on to the big ride, going into the theatre room, going on the big ride vehicle. I remember being in the gangster scene and the conductor gets off of the thing and I'm thinking, what the heck is going on here? Like, has the ride broken down or something? And then that's me. That's me imitating the shooting in the
I was there for a second.
I don't say this isn't an immersive podcast, right?
I know. Honestly, we bring everything.
But
great shout. Yeah.
For me, like I've just got those memories of that and going through the Wizard of Oz scene as well. Like, Mickey Minnie's is great, but it's a downgrade, I think. I love Mickey Minnie's, but it is a downgrade. So that's my nostalgic ride.
Cool. Come on, Jade. What have you gone for?
I went for Living with the Land.
Okay. Nice.
Because I love it so much.
Yeah.
Well, not enough to pay it as your boat ride. Thanks.
No, because they're two different things in my opinion. You've got to space it out, you know, because I couldn't swap them round. So I couldn't do Frozen as my nostalgic ride, could I? So
Yeah, just got to get all the faves in there, and that's fair. You know,
got to think about it.
It fits in the nostalgic category. I like it. I actually went for one of Jade's previous choices from earlier. I went for Spider-Man.
No.
I was being a little bit of a cop out. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that's the way I went. But I do feel a little bit cop out saying it's a nostalgic ride because it feels very current to me still. If I'm being absolutely honest, where are we gonna go? I'm gonna be honest with you. I really like Leigh's shout. Living with the Land doesn't do a massive amount for me. I'm not bashing it by any means. I'm just saying, like, I'm just gonna get out of this hole quick. I'm just there's other stuff I'd go on, in my opinion. He says as he picks a ride that no longer exists.
But in fairness, if you look at everything online, everybody's like, bring back Great Movie Ride, bring back Great Movie Ride, like on all the forums and stuff like that. Not that I sit on forums and debate people about these rides or anything, but they do. They're like, bring back the Great Movie Ride. How did you get rid of the Great Movie Ride compared to Mickey Minnie's? But Mickey Minnie's is a good ride though. Like it is a really good ride. So
yeah, it's a tough one. I'm sorry, Jay. I feel like I've hurt your feelings a little bit, but I'm going with Leigh.
I feel like if they close Living with the Land, there'd be more uproar than you think. I know it's only a 5-minute wait,
Yeah.
but I do feel like, I don't know, if you're watching on YouTube, drop a comment. Do you love Living with the Land? Show Living with the Land some love.
Yeah. Good shout. Cool. Well, it doesn't make our park, sadly. And to be fair, Spider-Man didn't either. So, go on.
Crying.
Next up is Best Show. Now, this could be fairly interesting. I was very, very vague with show. So, interpretation of show could be quite a few things, I reckon. Who went first? I keep forgetting.
I went first last time, so it's Jade's
Go on, Jade.
It's going to be an unpopular opinion, but I'm going for Beauty and the Beast in Hollywood Studios.
I think it's a shout, you know.
I think it's a banger.
I think that's classic. That is Hollywood Studios. It really is. I like your shout, and I'm thinking of changing mine already.
Because I was considering Phantasmic, but since they changed it, it just doesn't feel the same to me. It's still fantastic, like, don't get me wrong, but it just doesn't feel the same. So I'm going Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's a cool. Leigh, have you gone Beauty and the Beast as well? The look on his face is like, obviously not.
I hate that show. I hate that show. It is trash.
No.
How dare you?
Why have you got full-sized, like, you got a full-sized clock, you got a full-sized lamp, a full-size like Chip and Mrs. Potts, and then people? Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't. Now, granted, how are you going to make them small? You're not going to have, like, I know logistically it doesn't work, but the show is just trash. And I do not want to be sat in that theatre in 35 degrees, sweating buckets, with no AC. Right?
Yeah.
Now my show.
Go on, Jade. You got absolutely slam this, whatever it is.
I will just say, like, everyone will agree as well that if you go to Hollywood Scoops for some ice cream and then sit down and Beauty and the Beast, it's actually a really enjoyable experience.
And
so,
I have a real bad feeling on those bleachers as well. Nah, it's not the one. It's not the one. I mean, you can debate me all day long, and I'll probably lose this. It's fine. And guys, like Jade said, put your answers down in the comments. What Russ, I think you should do is maybe put our categories in the description so people can copy and paste it and pick their ones.
That's a shout.
That'd be.
I will do. Yeah, good call.
But I've gone for Happily Ever After.
Nice. An absolute. I mean, it's quintessential Disney. Is that fair to say?
I think so. So. Jade, you're not really liking it.
Not,
are you gonna rip into me now? After I ripped into your Beauty and the Beast one?
No, to be fair, I'll get on board if that's where Russ is thinking too, because it depends on where you're watching it from, actually. Because Main Street is just hell on earth, and I think if you watch it from any of the resorts though, and like behind the castle, it's really good. I love Happily Ever After. Like, I could listen to the soundtrack, so I agree. Unless Russ wants to go Beauty and the Beast.
Well, will my one throw a spanner in the works as well? I don't know. Because I've gone Born. I think it's so unique.
Yeah.
I don't think anything comes close in terms of what it is. Is it? I was about to say, is it the best show? I don't know. I honestly, I rate it. I really do. I think it's so unique cinematically that it takes its place for me. However, it's quite clearly not going to win this. So
no, I mean, I like Born. Born's a good. Yeah. If we're going Beauty and the Beast or Born, I'm on Born all day. Like, I'm on Born with that.
Yes, nice. That's good.
We had a couple of virals.
The thing is, though, this is so difficult. This is so difficult.
You got to be careful because, like, you've already turned Jade down a couple of times here, so she might just block you on Instagram or something. So you be very careful where you go.
I would never do that, Russ. Go with your instincts.
You're gonna hate me then because I'm gonna go Happily Ever After.
It's fine. I'm down for that too. To be fair. I'm down for
Oh,
that.
I feel so harsh as well. Yeah, I just think like I love Beauty and the Beast. The Beauty and the Beast. Don't get me wrong. Like I think it's what in herb just came out of my mouth. Yeah, I think it's great. I really do. But like, if I were to pick between the two, I was like, right, I can only see one of these. Then I'd probably go Happy Ever After, for me. So that's where I'd have to go. I'm sorry.
But there's a reason they brought it back.
Yeah,
There's a
Yeah,
reason they
that's
brought it
fair.
back. But if
Yeah.
you'd have picked if you'd put Phantasmic in there, Jade, I would have been on the fence again because I do like Phantasmic.
yeah.
Good.
Cool. Right. Happily Ever After is our
Have
show.
we got a castle for it though? Like, or are we just going to project it into the sky or something?
Is there any previous ride we can project it onto?
Men
The
in
Guardian-
Black. We'll project
Men
it
in
onto
Black
the
on the
side of
Guardian
Men in,
building or
Men in
something.
Black.
Yeah, cool. Sorted. Right, next category is restaurant. So this might be difficult because there's a million of them.
Go on,
Leigh,
Russ. No, your turn
well,
this time.
the difficulty is that this is the only one I haven't put an answer. And I didn't put an answer. I actually wrote, I'm useless is the answer I wrote. And what I meant was I'm useless because I haven't eaten that many of them.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like it would be really, really unfair if I were to pick one because it would be rubbish. I'm a quick serve guy all day long. Go for your ones, see if they align. If not, we'll see if we can come to an agreement. Leigh, where did you go?
I went with Be Our Guest.
The Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Return.
Wait, hang on a second. Do you think it's ridiculous to have giant cup and saucer, but you'll go and eat at their restaurant? I think that's highly disrespectful, actually.
Yeah, a little bit. And I've just got the irony of it.
Yes.
Look, I didn't know your categories beforehand.
To be honest, they're not even going to set up shop in our theme park after they hear this, so you can forget that.
It's just so for me, like the food's a little bit trash. Like it's not the best food at all, right? You get the grey stuff; it's fairly delicious, but the experience of the Be Our Guest restaurant, like going in there and you're like walking into the film, you've got the Beast's Castle, like that whole kind of experience. For me, that's why I've chosen it as a restaurant. There are a lot better actual like food restaurants out there. Christ, like even what is it, Crystal Palace or something? Even the food in Crystal Palace is better than the food in Be Our Guest. But I prefer the environment in Be Our Guest, like the whole experience of it. So
yeah,
that's why I'm choosing it.
Cool, Jade.
I've gone for, and everyone's going to know this, but Yak and Yeti. Because the food is incredible, the staff are incredible, the atmosphere, the music, everything about that restaurant is top tier.
Yeah, I mean, off of Jade's recommendation, it's booked for my trip next month.
I've never been there, so I can't.
And I will say, to back Jade up, and like, because I haven't been, and to back Jade up, the videos, and I've watched a lot, and the reviews are so good. So like, Yak and Yeti, like, there's so many people who really, really rate it, and I think off the back of that, I'd back Jade all day long.
Yeah, I can't dispute that because the reviews are fantastic.
Yeah, and to be fair, like obviously when I asked you, Jade, and I was like, what recommendations would you give? You were like Yak and Yeti, number one, not even a question.
I think it was like my number 1 to 5 actually. I'm pretty sure I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, all Yak and Yeti.
Yeah, great shout. I cannot wait to go there. Honestly, it looks so good. So I'm so excited. That is.
I'm excited for you to go. I'm buzzing. Yeah.
This not long. From restaurant to kind of theme park snack. Then theme park snack. Hopefully a nice easy one. We'll all be on the same page here inevitably.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, we've all seen Leigh's Instagram. We know how much he loves popcorn because he ate 7,000 different flavors of popcorn on his last trip. So surely yours is popcorn, Leigh.
Is that true? Is that truly that statement that you love popcorn?
I hate popcorn. I hate popcorn. That's right. I'm one of those people that hates popcorn because it gets stuck in your teeth, right? But when you're in Tokyo Disney, and the videos are going to come out soon, so people see like how many different flavors there are. It's like you've got curry, you've got soy sauce, you've got garlic, you've got like really random flavors.
Yeah.
And they're £2
Yeah.
per box.
You're like, I've
£2.
got to do it.
So you're like, that's £2. It's £2. It's £2. You know, like, and you'll eat half a box and throw the rest away, and you feel bad about that. But you just want to try curry popcorn. You just want to try garlic shrimp popcorn. Like,
Yeah.
what the heck? Like, it's so weird.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, that was a tangent.
Popcorn is not my popcorn is not going to be my snack of choice, and I don't think either of you are going to have picked this one. So,
Go on. What way you getting them?
Minion Tots.
Oh, okay.
I think they look for. I haven't had them personally. Have you had them, Jade?
No, I have not had them. No, they do look good. I agree with you. They look like smiley faces.
I mean, I love a potato smiley as well.
Yes, same. Oh my god.
They look fantastic. They taste fantastic. The restaurant that they're in is pretty cool as well. Like, amazing. I don't want to say fantastic for a third time in a row, but
they can't be that. They can't be that good. Like,
no, they're good. They're good. They're like 450 or something.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
Cool. Minion Tots. What way have you gone, Jade?
I'm going to go for the giant Nookie cookie with like the chocolate dipped ears.
Nice.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know which one I mean?
I know what you're talking about. I'm like, this didn't even cross my mind. Like, and it's such a shout.
It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Cookie for me, it's amazing. It's incredible.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
I've gone corn dog nugs.
Oh yeah, damn. That's a good shout.
It's got to be in it. It's not even like, literally, like it was that or cheeseburger spring rolls. It wasn't even a question. It was just like
the spring rolls was going to be my other one.
Yeah,
I would have.
I'll tell you what though, I would consider the corn dogs like more of a meal if you get the fries with it as well. So maybe we should all like have Casey's as like our quick service restaurant in the park, right? And then do a different snack. No,
What she's saying is come up with a separate snack now, quickly, on the spot.
Well, we haven't. Well, I was just thinking that we haven't got a quick service yet, so that could be like our quick service restaurant because we all have Casey's, don't we?
Yeah,
we do. Yeah, I think that's fair. So you want me to come up with another quick serve?
Yeah. I should do. Go. Yeah, I should do.
Really quickly. Good. Okay. I can't even think of anything. What could I possibly go for? Literally.
You just said spring rolls, right? That could
if we're happy to take that, then if I'm going to go for a snack, I'll go the cheeseburger spring rolls. Yeah.
I mean, I can't eat cheese, but it's fine.
Okay, good. Maybe
you
don't need
to go and visit this park. You just need to make it and never visit it.
I'm going to be the CEO. Of course, I'm going to be there.
I mean, maybe we can make one with, I don't know, vegan cheese or something. Does that work?
No, maybe we could do like a hamburger one though.
Done. Sorted. We are going to make our own hamburger spring rolls. Done.
Go with it.
So something that doesn't exist has managed to win this category. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Throwing out the rule book now.
Yep. But it's our park, so we can do what we want. On to the next one. Drink. This could be interesting. I'll kick us off. And I feel like I've already had one of these. I haven't. And it's a Fiesta Margarita. That's where I'm going. I'm on the Caballeros theme. A margarita is a go-to in Orlando at all times. But you don't look like you're going to be backing me on this, either of you. So, Jade, which way did you go on this one?
I know that if Maria is listening right now, she's not going to like your decision because she is a massive margarita stan and she says that they're not good. But I've gone for two because I'm really passionate about all of these drinks.
We really are throwing out the rule book now, aren't we?
I am, because I need to win, guys, because I'm really passionate about these two drinks. And anyone that follows me on Instagram knows how much I love an orange slushie.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
And I've also done Night Blossom as well because that's an incredible drink.
I couldn't put it. I hadn't had it, but I know it's top tier. Yeah. In
Are
terms
you
of,
having one this trip?
yeah, without a doubt.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Have that. Have you had the what's the drink there? Not the drink, sorry, the spring roll that they do, the lumpia.
Oh,
Have
like the
lumpia.
pineapple cheese one.
Pineapple lumpia. Get
Mm.
both of them. Get the
Yeah.
night blossom and the lumpia together.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
Cool. So that's Jade. Jade's gone for 2. Do you want? Should we just give you the orange slushy? Does that just go in?
Yeah, straight in.
Leigh's like, do we have to?
No,
You wouldn't let me
honestly,
have Cat in the Hat, but you let her have the orange slushy. So
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
only
sorry.
a
I'd have picked,
drink.
I'd have
I'm
picked
feeling
TT over
offended.
Cat in the Hat.
I'm feeling offended.
Yeah, I'm putting the orange slushy in. Orange slushy just goes in. It's our signature drink of the park.
Yay!
What you still got the night blossom as well. So what was your option as well there, Leigh? Oh,
There's a shark in the water.
such a shout. Yeah, such a shout.
I've
Yeah.
gone for Ocean Attack.
How did I forget it?
Honestly, I have to have one. I don't even drink alcohol, right? I don't even drink alcohol generally, but I make an exception for the Ocean Attack. Just, it's pure cinema. It is cinema watching them put on, and if you can get it at Halloween as well, and then they put on like the zombie shark, like it is, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm getting emotional thinking about it, 'cause it's just, like the whole experience is like, it's quintessentially Orlando.
Yeah.
Like, where else would you go to a bar and somebody puts a shark on their hand and like,
and we're here for it as well. Anywhere else, you'd be like, "What is this person doing? Like, can you just give me my drink?"
And it gets the views as well. Like, I've seen TikToks that have got millions of views, and it's doing the ocean.
Yeah, he's famous.
Famous,
he's like,
yeah.
He is.
And he's
yeah.
like, he must get tips for days. Like, he's probably paid better than like the
Oh, he's got
CEO of our park, right? Like,
yeah, we're hiring him as well. And just to let all the kiddos know, there's going to be a non-alcoholic version of this drink as well.
yes.
So
Cool. I like it. I assume it means that's going in the park. I'm sorry to the night blossom, but the night blossom's gone.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we're also going to put in the marg for you as well. It's only fair that we all have one.
We've all got a drink. There we go. Love it. And to put us on to final category then. And this was a bit of a weird one. I've gone for theme park entrance. So I know that feeling when you kind of walk up to any of these theme parks and you see that entrance and it gives you all the feels, and you can only pick one. And we're going to tear all its signage down and put our own on it.
Why not?
But which one would you go for? Leigh, do you want to kick us off?
Yeah. So for me, like, it was a hard category because I was like, it's not just like the sign out front. For me, it's not just about the sign out front. It's like the gates and like the corridor into the main park. That's how I've picked this up.
Yeah.
So I've gone for Islands of Adventure, the port of like the lighthouse, the port of entry, that whole kind of thing. I love the lighthouse. I think it's fantastic. I love the gates, how the gates have all of the like the logo of the land,
the logos of the lands, yeah.
Which I didn't even know until probably like 18 months ago or something. And that's such a fantastic Easter egg. And then port of entry as a whole is stunning. Like, just hearing all the sounds and
that music
moving around, like it's just amazing. So Islands of port of entry. Yeah.
Cool. Jade, what's your park entrance?
I'm gonna have to go Magic Kingdom because, in my opinion, nothing beats seeing the castle. Like, first day feels, isn't it? I have to go Magic Kingdom.
We haven't got a castle. We've got the Men in Black building there to project happily ever after on.
No, we need an icon.
Yeah, Men in Black.
To be fair, we didn't do an icon, but it is now Men in Black.
Men in Black's the attraction. You can't have an icon.
Magic Kingdom, then. I mean, yeah, it's such a. And to be fair, like, when I made this category, it's probably the first thing that came to probably all of our mind. You think of a park entrance, and you think of Magic Kingdom. It is so iconic. And I suppose this wouldn't have round off this kind of section of the podcast without it being completely awkward, because I went for Universal Studios. Just to be really, really awkward.
The archway hits.
Yeah, the archway. However, there is one thing I don't understand, because there's the big arch in the middle, and then there's like 2 on the left and there's 4 on the right, and it winds me up, because why didn't they make it symmetrical? Like, why
Well, they redid it, didn't they? They redid it. Islands came.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's just me. I don't know, man.
But it is, the studios one is iconic enough that it's at Hollywood, it's at Orlando, it's at Japan. You know, they've got one in the desert in Dubai when they were going to build the Dubai park. So, like, it's iconic.
It is, but we've got to pick one of them.
For OCD purposes, we're not picking Universal Studios now. That's vetoed.
Yeah. Yeah, like, to be fair, the fact that I've even said one and then caveated it with a but probably doesn't. To be fair, and like I totally feel where Leigh's coming from, because to be fair, I would say Islands is my favorite park, but in terms of entrance, I think Jade, what you're saying about Magic Kingdom, that is Orlando.
So I struggle with Magic Kingdom, sorry, because it's kind of got 2 entrances, right?
I love it. And clearly a fan, as that's what the thumbnail is for this episode.
Yeah.
And Living with the Land, as I said earlier, I can take it or leave it. I do apologise. Where's Leigh going then?
Well, I'm going to keep Living with the Land. Jade will be happy to know, and I'll be happy to know. I picked it for one of my categories earlier. I'm going to update 3 Caballeros, which means I'm going to put Pirates of the Caribbean in the bin. I just do not like, a lot of people that have been to Orlando have been to Disneyland Paris, right? Mm-hmm. And if I'm comparing Pirates in Orlando to Paris, Orlando is awful compared to Paris. It's got like one little drop, right? If I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not got like any kind of like cave scene or anything like that. You go through the fortress in Paris. So yeah, I mean, Pirates, if anybody's watched any of my videos, Pirates in Orlando is like right at the very bottom for me out of all of the Pirates around the world. So
yeah, cool. Yeah. Should we make Jade do her own keep, update, or close?
Ah, good. Yeah.
I've already thought about it. I'm prepared.
Go on.
So following what Leigh just said, I'm going to do my keep as Living with the Land, obviously. I'm going to update Pirates of the Caribbean, because like you said, the one in Paris is better. So if we could have one like Paris in Orlando, it'd be incredible. And I just said if we had one, like it's my park, it's not. And I'm going to close the 3 Caballeros just because it is nostalgic, but I just feel like there's not much to it. Like, I feel like when you go round and you see like the restaurant in Mexico, that bit's cool, but then I feel like once you leave that area, I feel like you'd be better doing that last, because it's kind of like a wow factor, and then you just go into like a ride that doesn't really have a lot going for it. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I feel you. Good shout.
I think they could update it to Coco. I think updating it to Coco would be good.
I think they will.
They should, but
Yeah.
I don't think they can handle the queue situation they did, right?
Yeah.
Like, when 3 Caballeros backs up for more than a 5-minute wait, like that doesn't work.
Well, yeah, just like that building is then carnage, isn't it? So
yeah,
fair shout. Cool, that was a good one. Leigh, do you want to go next, or do you want me to do
You go. Yeah.
Cool. So I have gone. The options I've got are Haunted Mansion, Spider-Man, and Rock and Roller Coaster. Who's going to answer first?
You want me to answer first? Okay, right. Keep Haunted Mansion.
Mm-hmm.
Update Spider-Man. Close. What was the other one?
Rock and Roller Coaster.
Rock and Roller Coaster. Yeah, close Rock and... I had Rip Ride Rocket in my head there, but yeah, close Rock and Roller Coaster, because it's trash. I'm so controversial in my opinions. Trash Pirates, trash Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yeah, just like the classic stuff in any Disney park that people love. You just like bin it.
I just don't care for Rock and Roller Coaster.
I don't either, to be fair, but yeah.
Like, it's just nothing. It's nothing special. They updated it in Paris to, what was it, Avengers Flight Force, and it was still trash then. So,
Yeah.
You know, Haunted Mansion for me will always be a keep.
Yeah. Cool. Jade, what way are you going? I assume you're closing Haunted Mansion.
I'm actually going exactly the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, genuinely. Because Haunted Mansion obviously is a staple. I don't really have much time for Rock and Roller Coaster, so I don't ever go on it. And I heard they updated it, didn't they? But I haven't been on it since. Like, it is fun, and I love Aerosmith, but I just don't think the ride as a whole is that much fun.
Yeah.
So,
good shout.
good shout there, Leigh.
And if it counts for anything, I go exactly the same as both of you.
Mm.
So we're all aligned.
One of the hardest things we could align on.
I know. And then, you know, on 3 different things, and we all come up with the same stuff, which is brilliant. So to round off keep, update, or close then, Leigh, what are your choices?
Yeah, so this was a hard one because I completely misunderstood. I had to text you guys and figure out what it was. I thought we were doing one for Jade and one for Russ, but so this is an amalgamation of everything. So keep, update, and close: Tron, Haunted Mansion, and Hagrid's.
This feels fairly loaded.
Well, that's what I mean.
This definitely feels like it's aimed at me because they're my 3 favourite rides in Orlando.
It was a little bit, but you know, I didn't have Hagrid's in there to start with when I started doing it for Jade. I was going to do Guardians as one of them. So that would have been yours, Russ. Guardians, probably Doctor Doom, and I don't know, Spider-Man or something like that. But or Velocicoaster, whatever. But I think I did that for you before, right? So
for the 50th episode. Well, I've done that.
So Tron, Haunted Mansion, and Hagrid's keep, update, and close.
Do you want me to go first?
I've been ruthless. I've been ruthless.
This is so easy. Do you want me to just go for it?
Go on.
Keep Hagrid's, update Haunted Mansion, close Tron.
Yeah.
Done. Not even a question. Hagrid's in this example is a far better roller coaster than Tron, in my opinion. Haunted Mansion is a far better ride than Tron, and therefore Tron is the close. And
do you want to just take that knife out of Jade's back now, or should we just wait 10 minutes before she's killed off?
But that's the way I'd go. Jade, I'm very intrigued to know what way you'd go.
I'm going to keep Haunted Mansion. I'm going to keep Tron Hagrid's. Thank you very much. Okay, no, I have no. I'll be honest. I'm going to. I hate you for this, Leigh.
All right.
I really want to keep Tron.
Then go for it.
No, but I can't though because I want to keep Hagrid's. I can't.
This is the beauty, Russ. You came up with a fantastic feature with this close. This is the beauty of it.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna keep Haunted Mansion. I'm going to update Tron so it's a little bit longer, and I'm going to close Hagrid's.
I just the silence just said it all. I think I was just like, oh, like
controversy.
You finally said it. You said close Hagrid's. Yeah, I totally get it, and like I don't necessarily agree, but I get your reasoning. Like they're your favorite rides, so it's mean to say the least. But you know, you answered it. You did answer it, so that's fair play to you.
I thought you would have gone a different way, Russ, because after our talk about the Hagrid's animatronics, I thought you would get Hagrid's as an update.
In a lot of other examples, so if you put it against Velocicoaster, like I'd always update Hagrid's. It's only because Hagrid's is probably like in my top 2 or 3 rides. You would have had to have picked probably Velocicoaster or Cosmic Rewind as one of the other options. And
and that was what I was going for if we were doing them separate.
Yeah. Cool. That was good fun. Next little bit, just to kind of round us off, I normally do kind of like 4 or 5 questions to round off the podcast. So I've got a couple of Orlando related questions just to kind of wrap us up. And the first one, and this is just because I'm intrigued. When are you both next going to Orlando? Jade, do you wanna tell us about your next trip if anyone knows about it? Because I'm sure I've seen it on your Instagram quite a bit.
Yeah, everyone knows about it because I think I announced it on the last one we did.
You did.
Didn't I?
That was the alarm.
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah.
Alarm.
We're going next October. We're staying at French Quarter and we're doing a Disney trip. But my dad is taking me to Universal to do Velocicoaster.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I think actually, from anyone that remembers last episode, Caroline is up for doing Horror Nights.
Oh,
so
wicked.
we might be doing Horror Nights for the first time. So watch this space. I'm excited.
Nice. How many days is it until you go?
How many days do we go? Hang on, I've got it.
I was counting on you just knowing it.
It's 317 days until we go.
Cool. Nice.
I think we should do another one of these, like after she comes back, after she's done Velocicoaster.
Yes.
And
Definitely.
then we'll see how that ranks compared to Tron, firstly.
Yeah. Yeah, great shout. Love it. I'm very excited for you. You've just come back from your most recent trip, which was, I think it was like a month, 6 weeks ago, was it now?
Yeah, I just got back from a 2-week trip, but we stayed off site. We stayed at Avanti Farms near Universal.
Nice.
And had 2 nights at the Grand Floridian, which was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
If you haven't already, go and have a look at Jade's Instagram account, Time for Jade, and see the little vlogs that she did each day, because the dedication to doing that, I always say to myself before I go on a trip, I'm going to do a little mini vlog for each day. And I get to the end of the day and I'm like, I cannot be bothered now. I'm so tired. But she put up these amazing little vlogs of each of her days, and following along her trip was absolutely fantastic. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I absolutely loved the mini vlogs. It was so much fun. But I will just say that staying at the Grand Floridian was the most incredible experience. Like, it has been my favorite trip to date, definitely, hands down. So
amazing. Good, so good. We need you to vlog it, because then we can relive your trips, please.
I will try.
But yeah, just to reiterate what Leigh was saying, like your mini vlogs were great, and honestly, like I found myself like looking forward to it every day, and it was like my kind of 2 minutes a day where I got to just watch what Jade was doing on her trip. I loved it. I thought, honestly, like it looked like you had an amazing trip. It really did. And I suppose, is your next trip then, Leigh? When are you next out in Orlando?
At the moment, officially May 25. I do have tickets for day 1 and 2 of Epic Universe.
Amazing.
Which I'm both excited and incredibly petrified about, because I was looking on some groups on Facebook and there's already discussion about people getting there at 3 a.m.
Wow. Okay.
And I don't know how I will last from 3 a.m. till 9 p.m. if that's a thing.
I mean, that's mad. Like, I did, to be fair, that didn't even cross my mind. Like, obviously, it's crossed everyone's mind that it's going to be stupidly busy, but like people queuing up hours before it even opens seems bad.
Yeah, well, I think it's tricky because I've got a dedicated day. I've got the 22nd of May and I've got the 23rd of May. Those are my 2 ticket days. But if you buy the 14-day tickets from the UK, your day isn't dated.
Yeah.
So I think there's going to be a point where they have to say, if you've got this ticket, you might not get in today.
Yeah, because if it hits capacity, it hits capacity, surely.
Right? But they're going to have to build enough capacity in for the people that have a dedicated day. People like me that are 22nd, you have to use your ticket on the 22nd, not the people that bought the 14 days. So yeah, I'm both incredibly excited and petrified for it in equal amounts. We're going out like a few days before to like bed into the Orlando culture and bits and pieces done. And then I hope to get the videos out, at least touring those lands straight away. But again, you know, I struggle to get out 2-minute mini vlog Don't know if I'll be able to
Yeah.
get.
So going back to your room after a long day at Epic Universe to then go and edit a video to
Oh,
upload
I won't be
it.
editing it. It'll be here's the raw footage. Have a look at
Yeah,
have a look
fair
at
shout.
Universal Monsters, Dark Universe. Have a look
Nice.
at Train Your Dragon. You know, but
Cool. Yeah, exciting stuff. I've got two more questions. Next one was, what is the number one priority thing for you to do on your next trip? It could be food, restaurant, ride, resort. Number one priority. Leigh, number one priority thing to do next time you go back?
Universal Monsters.
Yeah.
Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein Experiment, the main headline ride in.
Honestly, like that, it looks amazing.
It does.
And like those animatronics look stunning. The ride itself just looks like hopefully what Forbidden Journey could have been. And I love Forbidden Journey, and I think the technology of it's fantastic. And you know, I'm all for the Harry Potter theme and stuff. Just the reliance on screen based, and I've said this a lot, it is the thing that lets it down. So hopefully,
it's just not clear enough, is it? And it makes you feel sick.
Yeah, it's going from screens to live props to screens to live props to screens to live prop really quickly. I think is one of the biggest issues, but I think a lot of people have. And this seems to be. I mean, I don't even know if there's any screens in there. Have they said that there's going to be any screens?
They haven't. It's Universal. There's
going to be. It's got to be sure. But
I don't know. It's tricky because the monsters, they've done like a new take on them, and I guess like that will be very expensive to do CGI kind of video that, right? Like unless they're just going to do like prosthetics to film people doing scenes. We've seen obviously the animatronics, like the 12 or 14 animatronics that Universal have made for this. So I think there's going to be it's going to be a good ride. It's just going to be a good. And echoing what you said about matching Forbidden Journey, like I hope there's less screens. I really do. But walking into that manor for me, that in its own right is going to be amazing. If people haven't seen like the aerial footage or the flyovers, there's a guy called BioReconstruct on Twitter or X that does all these flyovers, and it looks absolutely stunning. So yeah, that's number one priority.
Exciting stuff. What is the number one priority thing to do next time you go back, Jade?
Oh, priority thing is obviously going to be Velocicoaster.
Say, you didn't say that.
If it's not ride Cat in the Hat, sorry.
Oh yeah, Cat in the Hat first, obviously. Yeah, we're going to do Hagrid's as well, but I really want to do Velocicoaster at sunset, so I'll probably do it twice in one day because I want to do like morning and sunset.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
if you come with it, single rider on Velocicoaster, if it's open, is quick. I
think I'll probably ride the first time with my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll probably all do single rider in the evening just so it's quicker.
Yeah,
definitely.
Great shout. And then final question to round up the podcast then. I put this question to both of you. If you could ride one ride with all three of us right now, what would it be and why? Who's going to go first?
Me, I'll go first.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick Haunted Mansion because A, it's my favourite ride, and B, I think we should all like wedge together in a dune buggy because I think that would be hilarious. So I think all of us could fit in a dune buggy, and I think that one of a kind experience. Yeah,
just giggle our way around it, I'm sure. Yeah, absolute shout. Leigh, what way again?
I haven't got an answer for this one. It's the only one I didn't put an answer down for because it was going to be something like they're all hard, right? There's two seats, right? Velocicoaster's 2 seats. Hagrid's is 2 seats.
Yeah.
3 Caballeros.
Yeah, that's a good shout. It's a great shout. Yeah. I love it. And
let's all sit there. We'll giggle our way around. Jade will slag it off and then tell us to close it down at the end because we've gone past the San Angelo restaurant and the temple and everything.
To be fair though, like that is a good shout because of the episode, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's a great shout. It would be the perfect way to round it up, but I'm going to give you my one as well. And unfortunately, mine is not 3 Caballeros. Mine is Doctor Doom.
Hey.
Good shout.
It had to be, didn't it? And
It
I
had
was
to
like,
be.
for the same reason as what Leigh was saying, like in terms of trying to think of something that actually everyone can get on. Like
Yeah.
all three of us, yeah. Nighttime ride of Doctor Doom. Yeah. Done.
I genuinely feel like that's all three of our personalities as well,
Yeah.
isn't it? Like, I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah,
final
I
question.
think you guys would have to like hold my hand to drag me on to Doctor Doom again, but
we got to make it happen at some point. At some point, we are all going to be in Orlando.
You can go in the middle, Leigh. You can go in the middle. You can sit in the middle.
Yeah. We'll look
Yeah,
after you.
bit duct tape over my mouth and a straitjacket on or
Yeah, you'll
something,
be
like
fine.
dragged by my neck. Yeah.
So this was the free Caballeros episode. I hope that everybody enjoyed listening to this one with myself, Leigh from A Brit Travels, and Jade from Time for Jade. This was such fun to record, and obviously a unique episode with regards to being a Wednesday episode with guests. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Have a little look if you're watching on YouTube, and check down in the comments for the rundown of all of the categories, and insert your own ones. It'd be really interesting to see what everyone's picks would have been. Once again, thank you so much for listening, and I will speak to you all in the next one.